I don't know what's that total. And that's the interest too, right?
That includes
interest. So 86,000. So let's see, that's 10 would be 860.
Another 10 is another 2.1, 2 something.
So that $500,000 turns into a substantial amount of money to build something that we're going to charge people for when they have free access to something at all. I can't support it. I won't support it in the gymnasium in any part. So, thank you.
Thank you, Your Worship. I certainly agree with many of my comments from my colleague Elaine, Councillor MacDonald, as I won't belabor and give him more time to say the same comments. A couple of further comments though concerning the Upper Canada District School Board and free access. Very few groups that I know are free access. There's always some cost to use it. I know my son plays in the ball hockey league and they pay a fee to use the school, so it's not free completely. It's up to the discretion, I think, of the individual principals for use of schools. There's comments last meeting when we discussed whether we needed a gym or not and that seniors don't use the gym. Seniors today come at a lot younger age. I appreciate the ones, and unfortunately the ones who are either homebound or have mobility issues, but we have a good active seniors club in our community who would use the gym, the community gym. So it's not, I don't think it's a fair statement saying that the seniors will not use the gym. I'm not calling anybody names around the table, but I think most of us are at the senior level and we are able to use a gymnasium, whether it's ours or the private ones. But this is a way of building a community, giving it affordable and accessible to all. The gyms are not available through the schools during the daytime. It's only at nighttime. We would also, again, complement our current programs and enhance new programs offered to individuals throughout the community. With the price tag going down, the savings are going up, I encourage to support the community gym and the benefit of all. Again, another phrase I hear, we're an aging community. Currently, yes, we are, but we have to look to the future. People are still having babies. They still want places nice, maybe not metropolitan cities to live in. They want to come to Cornwall, and they need these. They're going to look, as Councillor MacDonald said, look what's available.
Just to comment again, just to add to the discussion we took with seniors, and I'm not familiar with every seniors organization in the city of Cornwall, but two that I visited because I had some interaction with, one up in the north part of the city and the one in the east end. Both those facilities have gymnasiums, so I don't know why we need to build another one for them. When we talk about the cost for this particular facility, are we confident that this $1.5 million is an upset limit? If that's the one we used? Or whichever one we used, the value engineer building, whatever.
We've indicated earlier that the 2.8 is done by cost estimate is done by a professional costing consultant. The reductions of $300,000 and $500,000 are the best estimates of the design team, have not been validated by that cost consultant. But they are professionals in that field, so we take their advice as best as we can. So,
and the information we have in this report that Mrs. Adams gave us, the costs we have that are outlined there. They were produced by.
They were estimates by the TRG RDH design. I think that note is on the drawing. I mean, they are in every respect cost estimates, and it will be known when we open the tender. I mean, that's a line we use often dealing with that, but we provide those cost estimates. The 2.8 was prepared by a professional cost consultant that RDH TRG engaged. And the savings that are predicted are their best estimate of those.
So when in the initial cost estimates we had, they were produced, and then we went to a cost consultant, there was a tremendous difference. You're telling me we shouldn't expect that kind of difference this time around?
I'm not sure I'm following your question. The 2.8 cost estimate was done by a professional cost consultant that was engaged by the design team. As we engaged in the discussions with the design team about how high the 2.8 million was relative to what was expected, and developing the cost estimate of the options that we dealt with on May 11th, we were asking the design team to give us some indication of what kinds of savings could be achieved by some of those design options. One, the value engineered as they described it, and secondly, taking the change rooms out. Those are estimates they prepared. Their knowledge in the industry is the best answer.
Okay. From the report that we had that brought up tonight's agenda, and it talks about staff comments, and it says in one part here, close to the bottom, third paragraph of the bottom, consultations with the design team confer that team, and it's talking about a curling club here, to explore that option would take 2 months of schematic review and design development. Do we have that same problem now if we go to the consolidated project?
The discussion we've had with the design team is they need about 1 week to take the current elevation, because they've laid out a gym, they've laid out a multi-purpose room at the expected site. They understand the soil conditions, the exiting, all those things. They need about a week to kind of finalize a schematic before they can start working drawings on that.
Thank you. Christine, question to you the other day when we were talking about the gym name of the council meeting, and I asked about usage at the old Kinsman Center. By the way, the Kinsman Center gym is still there. Do you have any of those numbers for us, or is it too early in the day?
I did prepare a very draft form, a response with some numbers. I've not had the opportunity to share it with our general manager, but I do have an idea of what the cost of the gym was. It was done as a part of a costing analysis for user fees back in 2002, which was the last time we reviewed fees before the Kinsman Center closed. So those are the most accurate numbers in 2002. I did not bring that draft report with me this evening, but I can share it with you.
Thank you, Your Worship. Obviously, we have to, as the hour is getting late, I don't mean that, I'm saying to make a decision on this project, we don't have a lot of time. And I think we need to take time, but obviously we don't have that time. So because of that and a few other things, I just don't think we can actually afford this particular project, and it won't get my support.